Hey y'all, it's July the 5th, 2017. I want to holler at y'all about some stuff, alright? Some stuff that you might find interesting. And of course, I included it in my weight loss series, although it might not be apparent at first. I have to assure you that it does have a lot to do with weight loss if you so happen to want to lose body fat for some reason. Alright. So let me dive into it. Topic topic material for today, for right now, is washing yourself, and I wanna suggest to you that most people don't know how to wash themselves in the correct fashion, or in a fashion that more suits their needs and facilitates uh, a healthy lifestyle. All right. Before I dive into it, I want to make mention that I was largely inspired to make this video after seeing a video from a very good friend of mine who I made recently, living over there in Tasmania, right? And he's made a lot of videos that, irregardless, like he makes a lot of videos concerning conspiracies, and you might agree with him on some, and you might not agree with him on other stuff, all right? But irregardless, every single time he makes very valid points, extremely good points, food for thought, something to think about, all right? So, anyways, this video that I was watching was called "The Cleaning Conspiracy," all right? And it got me to thinking. It got me to thinking, is he onto something here? He might really be onto something here, and you can watch it and you can see all what it is that I'm referring to right now. I'm not going to explain it in great detail, but it got me curious. All right, is it very important to know not only how to bathe yourself, but when to bathe yourself and why you're doing it? All right. These kind of things, they're not exactly taught in public school or anything like that. So it wouldn't surprise anybody to know that, a lot of people probably are doing it wrong. All right. So, anyways, he got me inspired. And here's what I did. All right. Basically, I held a little experiment for myself, right, to see if what he was saying was absolute veritas, and it seems as though it was. All right. So, what I gotta explain for you is last night I went ahead and did my whole bathing process and stuff. All right, just throw it out there. Me personally, I use a very simple soap. It's a bar soap. It's called Yardley, actually. You can find it in any Dollar General or anywhere you go. It's called Yardley, all right, and it's very good. Ever since I started using it, I've noticed very good for my skin. It just feels good. It just feels so good. And it lathers up so good. Thing is, I only use one soap, all right, and I want to throw that out there. I don't use more than one thing, like as far as soap goes, and shampoo, and I don't use shampoo and conditioner and all that. That's just me personally. It's my preference. I've noticed though that with my hair type and how my body goes, that I only have to use one soap. Really, I don't need to go buy all sort of different soap. In fact, first of all, I save money only buying one soap, and then number two, it seriously decreases the amount of stuff that I'm putting on my skin. You understand? Because if you buy soap, you might have five things you're putting on your skin. If you buy shampoo, now it's 10. You got conditioner, now you're talking about 15. You see how you're multiplying it? I don't like to do that. But anyways, I went ahead and I took my whole bathing process. Right, before I go any further, I filter the water. You understand? I mean, there's a lot of shower filters and stuff like that, but however, I sponge bathe. Usually that's what I do. It's what I've gotten used to. It's real conservative on water, and also I use filtered water. Understand? If you're living in America, you probably want to use filtered water when you bathe, all right? And I know a lot of people that they didn't tell you that in public school. It's a good idea. That's what I do, and that's what I did last night, right? And what I noticed is after I was done bathing, here's what I gotta explain to you. My skin was what you would call bone dry. I toweled off and everything. My skin was dry as a bone, right? And what I gotta explain for you is that is what soap is supposed to do. That is the purpose behind soap. What soap effectively does is it dives into your skin as though your skin is a sponge. It extracts excess stuff up out of your skin, and then you rinse it off, goes down the drain, right? But here's the thing about soap, it extracts everything. It doesn't pick and choose like what's going to extract out of your skin. It extracts everything. So you take a shower or you bathe and stuff, you dry off, you might well notice that your skin is dry as a bone. Reason is because your skin, just by itself, in a miraculous fashion, designed specifically by God, your skin, what it does is it develops an oil around it. An oil. You might notice some people get oily sometimes. In fact, everybody gets oily. All right. Your skin is designed to do that. Right. Um, the oil on your skin, might I describe to you, is essential. You're supposed to have it. All right. You need to have it. All right. Basically, because it does protect you against all sort of different elements, to include the sun. If you happen to go out in the sun during the day, ever, you're gonna want this oil on your body. Your body develops oil. If you're digesting good foods and living a good lifestyle, your body is automatically going to develop this oil and seep it out into your skin. That oil is going to protect you from the sun. If you ever heard of sunscreen, turns out most of those are terrible for you, by the way. Um, if you ever heard of sunscreen, guess what? Your body develops sunscreen by itself. Right? They didn't teach you that in public school. I believe you've been lied to. Um, it develops it by itself, right? But you have to understand that, for example, if you were to bathe yourself and wash off all these essential oils, which is what you're effectively doing, and then walk into the sun, you have no protection. Right? Meanwhile, people run around talking about skin cancer and they're talking about, oh, I put on this sunscreen, oh, I put on this sunscreen. Uh, you got to understand, it's very important when you bathe yourself, because you could completely take off the oils, for example, like I said, walk out in the sun, and guess what? That's not really that good for you. You should have thought about that. All right. Meanwhile, people will notice that people made whole businesses revolving around the fact that people feel dry coming up out the shower. I mean, I bet you a lot of y'all out there, there's a lot of people I know for sure who get out of the shower, they feel dry because you're supposed to feel dry. Uh, and then they're like, oh, my body's dry. There must be something wrong with my body. And so they put lotion on themselves. Again, usually a terrible thing. You don't want to do that. That's not something you want to do. But they feel dry because they're supposed to feel dry, and then they put lotion on themselves, which is a terrible idea. And then they might go directly out into the sun, yet again a bad idea. Then they might put sunscreen on their skin, and that's a bad idea usually. Usually it is. There's some sunscreens that are way better than others. If you don't know the difference, understand that there's some sunscreens that are way better than others. Some of it's garbage and it's terrible for your skin, right? So, um, they wash it off, they put on lotion, they do all these things, it's all bad. Skin cancer is popping off, and they don't really know why exactly. That's why I gotta explain. The reason that why I bathed last night before I went to bed is I was about to crawl into bed. And what I want to explain for y'all out there is, during your whole entire day, there's not a more comfortable, more situated, more protected space than in your bed when you're sleeping, because it's dark. There's no light. It's very mild. You don't have anything attacking you because you got sheets and blankets all covering you and stuff like that. It's a very good place to be at when you don't have oils in your skin. When you are not protected, that's the most perfect place you'd want to be, is in the bed. So therefore, you begin to understand that bathing maybe right before you go to sleep if you have to. And if you don't have to bathe, if you did nothing at all day and you did not break one little tiny sweat, you probably don't even have to bathe. But if you're going to bathe, doing it at night probably be the best idea for you, because not only will you be building up essential oils during the night that'll protect you during the next day, not only will that happen, but your bed will probably be very fresh. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to musk up your bed and stuff with all sort of, you know, it doesn't make sense at all. To what I'm trying to get across is to bathe in the beginning of the day, and I understand a lot of people do that. A lot of people bathe at the beginning of the day because it wakes them up or whatever, something like that. They, if I had to suggest, they need to find something else to wake them up because what they're doing is sabotaging their own skin. I don't even really know it. If you want to go ahead and prove this for yourself, wait till tonight to bathe, and then when you get out of the shower, notice how dry your skin is. Right? Don't put anything on it. You go to bed, you go to sleep. When you wake up, I believe you're gonna notice this oil on you. Right? It's supposed to be there, it protects you and stuff like that. You know, and that being said, you obviously see that there could be a danger in overly washing yourself because if you wash yourself 2 and 3 times a day, that could prove to be just washing all the nutrients and all the nutrition up out of your skin. It's probably not a good idea either, right? If you know you're gonna work out later in the day, it's like, dude, don't wash yourself. I think that's what I would suggest, and that's what I do. That's what I practice and stuff. If I know I'm sweaty and smelly and I was working in the garden and doing all that, and I know I'm gonna work out later, I don't bathe, right? Because there's a time and a place for it, right? And I believe that you'll find, with these certain little tips, certain little tricks that we learn, it will all kind of contribute to weight loss, ironically enough, because it's all connected. Your body is completely connected with the rest of your body. All right, so when you do good things for one part of your body, guess what? You're doing good things for the rest of your body. Fat's gonna fall off. All right. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a video. The next video probably is gonna be pertaining to tanning, getting sunlight all over your body and stuff. And a good idea before we dive into tanning is to make sure you have all your essential oils on you. Do not bathe them off or something like that. Something to think about, right? When we start doing good things in these regions, a lot of people don't associate it with fat loss, but I believe you're going to find out it has everything to do. In fact, everything has everything to do with your whole entire body because it's connected, all right? And you're a beautiful, miraculous thing. You are one of a kind. Public school does not want to tell you nothing about that, all right? They want to lie to you and stuff like that. But we don't have time for that. And ain't nobody got time for that on this channel, all right? We're balls deeper than the tribulation. And we need to know these things. It's July the 5th, 2017, and I'll holler at y'all later.